Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, everybody. Our lesson today is lesson 4 and 5 in Unit 4. The topic we studied in Unit 4, the Earth at risk. Our lesson today, we are going to study a grammar lesson first, how to join words using clauses of purpose and result. Joining words together using in order to, because to, so that, to be the cause of, with the results that lead to. There are some differences between all these conjunctions. And then we are going to learn how to differentiate between the climate and the weather. We are going to use prefixes, some letters that come at the beginning of a word to change its meaning. First, let's start with these questions about the main topic of our unit 4, the Earth at risk. In your opinion, what threats, what dangers do we face nowadays? Hands up, please. What are the threats or dangers do we face nowadays in our planet, the Earth? Amir Abdel Fattah.
Desertification.
Yes. One of them, yes, Kareem.
Global warming and pollution.
Yes, desertification, global warming, pollution. Shabrakhiti.
Lack of water and air pollution.
Very good. Lack of water and air pollution. Good. So nowadays we face a lot of problems such as desertification, global warming, lack of water and air pollution. Good. How do you think humans affect the environment negatively? Human beings, people affect the environment negatively, in a negative way. How? Muhammad Mustafa.
By overgrazing and overcultivation.
Very good. By overgrazing and overcultivation. Yes. What else? Shabarkhiti.
They wasted their water.
By wasting water. Very good. So we can say they cut down trees, they pollute the environment, they overgraze animals and overcultivate their land, they waste their water. So the main cause for environmental problems is the human beings. We are responsible for damaging our planet by doing all these bad things, cutting down trees, polluting the environment, overgrazing and overcultivation, and of course, wasting water, good, and pollution, of course. How can we save the environment? Suggest some solutions. Ismail Zalat.
By putting penalties to these people who don't.
Yes, by putting penalties. Yes, by enforcing laws. Yes, Kareem.
By planting trees and stop cutting them.
Very good. Thank you. So we should stop cutting down trees. We should stop polluting the environment. We should reduce our use of water and energy. We should reduce our use of water and energy to save the environment and to reduce pollution. Karim mentioned we should plant more trees. Let's learn some of the new vocabulary in our lesson today. Arid. Arid. Look at this picture. The land is arid. It has no rain or little rain. So the land is too dry or barren to support vegetation. There are no plants. Arid means too dry, barren. It's not productive. It's unproductive. It's barren. So arid means too dry, barren, or unfertile or unproductive. This land is arid. أرض قاحلة جرداء لا زرع فيها ولا ماء. Arid. The crops will not grow in the arid land because the soil is too dry. There is no rain. Atmosphere. Atmosphere. You know this word in science. Atmosphere. The mixture of gases that surround the earth. We have H2O, CO2, O3, N2, O2. All these are what? All these are gases that surround the earth. It is called the atmosphere. The atmosphere. The earth's atmosphere is made up of a mixture of highly mobile gases. Atmosphere. Equator. 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 What's equator? It's an imaginary line drawn around the earth, equally distant from both poles, dividing the earth. It divides the earth into two parts, the north and the south. Equator. Countries near the equator are usually hot. In places near the equator, the sun rays are almost directly overhead, thus keeping temperature high. So it has a high temperature in the equator countries. Equator. Flooding, 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 overflowing of a large amount of water beyond its normal confines. Look at this picture. The heavy rain has led to serious flooding in some areas, overflowing of a large amount of water. Last year, Kuwait suffered from heavy rain. Heavy rain caused what? Caused flooding. Cars were damaged, houses were flooded with water, and of course schools were off for some days. Flooding. Forecasting. Forecasting. Weather forecasting or financial forecasting. Forecasting, a prediction or estimate of future events, especially coming weather or financial trend. So weather forecasting or financial broadcasting, or sorry, forecasting. Forecasting, weather forecasting is not an exact science. There are some mistakes there because they depend on what assumptions or predictions. Forecasting. Frigid. What's the weather in this picture? It's very cold in temperature. Frigid. Frigid. The weather is frigid in winter. The temperature reaches -5. Frigid. She didn't go out due to the frigid air. It is frigid in the Antarctic Circle, which is a world of ice and snow. Frigid, very cold in temperature. Humid, humid, water vapor, humid, marked by a relatively high level of water vapor in the atmosphere. How is the weather in Kuwait in August and September? In Kuwait, it is very humid in August. The island is hot and humid during summer. It has a high level of water vapor. Humid. Misbehave. Miss prefix means wrong or badly. To fail to conduct oneself in a way that is acceptable to others or behave badly. What is the boy doing now? The boy is misbehaving. He is doing something wrong. So the child was punished because he had misbehaved. He behaved badly. Planting. What are they doing? They are planting some trees in the ground to place a seed, bulb, or plant in the ground so that it can grow. Plant is a verb. Planting is a noun. Planting. The government encourages tree planting. Prevailing. Prevailing is an adjective. Prevailing, widespread, in a particular area at a particular time or current. Prevailing means common, widespread. Prevailing, existing or most common at a particular time. Strawberries are prevailing in winter in Egypt. Pomegranates are also prevailing fruit in Egypt. So prevailing means widespread, common, current. People are horrified at the conditions prevailing in the world due to COVID-19. Because of COVID-19, people are very horrified at the conditions prevailing in the world. The conditions are widespread. Reclaim, to bring under cultivation. Reclaim, the noun is reclaiming or reclamation. The government encourages people to desert reclamation, reclaiming the desert to bring under cultivation. Many governments reclaim parts from the desert to create farmland or housing. They grow the desert. They create farmlands or housing. They build houses in the desert. Reclaim. What are we going to do today? The grammar. Subordinate clauses of purpose and result. In order to, because, to plus infinitive, so that, to be the cause of, with the result that, to lead to. All these conjunctions are used for explaining or for explanation, to give cause and effect, to give purpose and result. Let's have some examples and learn how to use them. In order to plus infinitive. Some people move to greener areas. Why? Why do some people move to greener areas? In order to survive. We can say in order to, so as to. If in order to, or so as to, or to have the same function, they must be followed with what? Infinitive. In order to, some people move to greener areas so as to survive. To survive. Because must be followed with a clause, a full sentence. Because لازم يجي بعدها جملة تامة. We should study because the exams are about to start. Why should we start? Why should we study? Because the exams are about to start. The exams are about to start. This is a clause. It's a full sentence. So because, in order to, is followed with the cause or the reason. To equals, so as to, equals, in order to, plus infinitive. Trees are cut down to make more agricultural land. To plus infinitive, so as to, or in order to, plus infinitive. We can use the negative. We should drive carefully in order not to have an accident. Pay attention, where do we put the negative? Before to. We should drive carefully not to have an accident. We should drive carefully so as not to have an accident. So we can use to plus infinitive or not to plus infinitive. So that plus clause. So that must be followed with a full sentence. The soil is destroyed so that the land cannot be used for growing crops. So that here is followed with the effect, not the cause. The soil is destroyed so that the land cannot be used for growing crops. This is the effect, the result. يبقى so that يجي بعدها النتيجة. We can use so that or in order that. The soil is destroyed in order that the land cannot be used for growing crops. Pay attention, it's better to use can for ability or could for ability in the past or the present. So if the sentence is in the past, we use could. If the sentence is in the present, we use can. Sometimes you can use the present or the past. It depends on the meaning of the sentence. Okay, next word, to be the cause of. Be, you can say am, is, are, or was, were. The cause of. The activities of human beings are often the real cause of desertification. So, what are the real causes of desertification? Human activities, overgrazing and overcultivation, cutting down trees are the real causes of desertification. With the result that ونتيجة لذلك with the result that it should be followed with a clause, a full sentence. انتبهوا للاختيارات حتى ما يختار مثلا so that ولا in order to أو because طالع الكلمة اللي بعد الفراغ. Is it an infinitive or a full clause or noun phrase? Farmers tend to overcultivate their land with the result that the soil becomes unproductive. بيقول لك المزارعين بيميلوا ان هم يجهدوا التربه يجهدوا الارض الزراعيه بالزراعه ونتيجه لذلك الارض او التربه تصبح ايه؟ غير منتجه او غير خصبه. So this is the result. You can say farmers tend to overcultivate their land so that the soil becomes unproductive. But it's not their reason. They don't intend to make the soil unproductive. This is a bad effect. يبقى with the result that يجي بعدها الباد effect. Okay? To lead to. Lead to is a verb here. Lead plus preposition to. Wildfires can lead to greater pressure on Earth's most precious resource, water. الحرائق الغابات ممكن تؤدي لايه؟ تؤدي لضغط كبير على المصدر الرئيسي للمورد الطبيعي او الثمين للارض. Water, of course. Firefighters, firemen have to use water to put out these wildfires. So they use too much water to put out the fire. So wildfires can lead to greater pressure on Earth's most precious resource, that's water. Now, please open your sentence book on this page. Now, read the sentence from A, B, C. Which words or phrases in this sentence introduce explanations? Just circle the word or the phrase that introduce explanations. حدد الكلمات اللي بتعطيك اللي بتقدم لتفسير أو تبرير. Read. Kareem?
In order to.
In order to, very good. Yes, Amir?
Because.
Yes, good. Mahmoud, Zain, Deen? Muhammad Zain Deen, yes?
To make are usually more.
Are you cut down? Two, yes, two. Here, two. It gives you, introduce what? Introduce explanation. Okay, very good. Now, let's do the next exercise. Ask questions. Write questions with why. For this sentence A, B, C, ask question like the example. Some people move to greener areas in order to survive. Why do some people move to greener areas? Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. Michael.
Why do some people move to greener areas?
Yes, this is the first one. What about the second one? B. Abdurrahman Ashraf.
Why do farmers tend to overcultivate their land?
Excellent. Very good. Thank you. عبد الرحمن محمد عبد النبي.
Why are trees usually cut down?
Excellent. Thank you, Abd Rahman. Okay, now let's do the next exercise. You've got here questions using why. I want you to answer these questions with your own ideas. طبعا الأسئلة دي لها إجابات كثيرة. Use explanation words or phrase. عايزك تجاوب يا شباب، تجاوب because, in order to, so as to, the real cause of, lead to, due to، كل الأدوات الربط اللي أخذتها من شوية. Why do some farmers over cultivate or overgraze their land? شبر خيتي.
To feed their animals or to produce more crops.
Yes, to feed their animals to produce more crops. Very good. هنا استخدمت يا عبد الرحمن يا عمر استخدمت to. So we can say because there are growing numbers of people to feed, farmers tend to overcultivate or overgraze their land. So you can answer because or to. Why do some countries need more agricultural land? Give me the reason. Why? Karim?
Because some countries need to more agricultural lands because there are growing numbers of people to feed.
Excellent. Yes, very good. So we can say another answer for the first question. Some farmers overcultivate their land in order to produce enough food. And question B, because food demanding is rising. يعني الطلب على الغذاء بيرتفع بيزيد. Because food demand is rising. Karim's answer said, some countries need more land to feed their growing population. لإطعام مين عدد السكان المتزايد. Some countries need more land to feed their growing population. Good. Why is the problem of desertification getting worse? مشكلة التصحر بتزداد سوءا. Why? You can answer with because, so that, in order to, as you like. Ismail Zalat.
Because the people are cutting down the trees a lot.
Yes. Good.
The water is very low.
Yes. Shabarkhiti.
Because farmers cut down trees and other irresponsible activities.
Good. Irresponsible activities. Good. Karim.
People don't stop cutting trees with the result that the problem is getting worse.
Very good. Karim used with the result that. Good, Karim. Because people overcultivate or overgraze many lands, others cut many trees annually. We can say another answer, because trees are cut down to clear the ground for various reasons, building houses or growing more crops. Okay, why do some people die in desert areas? Some people die in desert areas. Why? Amir.
Because there is no water or food.
Very good. Yusuf.
Because it's very dry and no water and food.
Thank you. Okay, let's see the answer. Because of thirst and drought, بسبب العطش والجفاف. Some people die in desert areas because of thirst and drought. ايه الفرق ما بين because of؟ ان because of يجي بعدها ايه؟ phrase شبه جملة. اما because should be followed with a clause. Besides, the climate is harsh there. We can say lack of water is the main cause of death in the desert. استخدمنا ايه؟ is the cause of. Okay? Now, let's do the next exercise. Which words or phrases in this sentence from the article link an action with the result? حدد الكلمات اللي بتربط ايه؟ بتربط حدث مع نتيجة. لازم يجي بعدها نتيجة. What are the conjunction words? سهلة جدا يا شباب. Yes, محمد زين الدين.
The top layer of the soil is destroyed so So
Where's
that.
the word?
So that.
So that. Yes, so that. Thank you, Michael.
Are the real cause.
The real cause of. Don't forget of. Yes,
The
Abdurrahman
real
Azzat.
cause.
Thank you.
With the result that.
With the result that. Very good, Abdurrahman. Muhammad Mustafa.
This leads to.
Yes, leads to. Very good. So these are the conjunctions that link an action with a result. طب عاوزين نكمل الجمل دي بنتيجة يا شباب. بيقول لك هنا complete this sentence with your own ideas. طبعا تحتمل أكتر من إجابة بس خد بالك الكلام اللي يجي بعديها. More and more trees are being cut down with the result that. احنا قلنا with the result that يجي بعدها ايه؟ a result but a bad result. نتيجة ايه؟ سلبية أو سيئة. a positive sorry negative result. شبرخيتي. More and more trees are being cut down with the result that.
The problem of desertification increase dramatically.
Very good. Increase dramatically. Good. Forests are disappearing. Okay. The problem of desertification are increasing dramatically. إجابة عبد الرحمن عمر صح. Thank you. Okay. Dust from Africa which reaches large modern cities is the cause of. تخيل كده في غبار بينتقل مع الرياح من أفريقيا لأوروبا. Dust from Africa which reaches the large modern cities is the cause of. محمد مصطفى.
Pollution or dust storms.
Yes, you can say air pollution or عبد العزيز عبد الرحمن رشيدي.
نعم أستاذ.
Yes, answer.
معني.
The cause of لازم نجيب بعدها شبه جملة يا بطل ما نجيبش جملة تامة. Dust from Africa which reaches large modern cities is the cause of محمد said air pollution. إسماعيل.
سي يا أستاذ ولا نفسها؟
بي.
برضه pollution is the cause of the world pollution.
Thank you. So we can say many health problems because people suffer from asthma or they cannot breathe because of dust. So dust from Africa, which reaches large modern cities, is the cause of many health problems. Another answer, we can say air pollution. Okay, forests are cut down so that. كمل بعديها. Forests are cut down so that. Why are forests cut down? Karim.
The farmers can make more agriculture land.
Very good. Yes, farmers can make more farmland or can make more agricultural land. Farmers can grow many crops. Good. Farmers can make more agricultural land. Okay, some areas of land are being reclaimed. احنا قلنا كلمة reclaim يعني تستصلح. خد بالك الجملة دي passive. Some areas of land are being reclaimed from deserts. This can lead to هنا lead to بعدها شبه جملة. Lead to when these lands are being reclaimed from deserts, this can lead to what? Muhammad Zainuddin.
This can lead to more green land.
Very good. This can lead to more green land. Abdurrahman Ashraf.
More usable places.
Oh, very good. We'll have enough food. Okay, increase in farmland. So this can lead to increase in farmland. This can lead to desert greening or more green land. Okay, good. Now, we've got two environmental problems. عندنا مشكلتين يا شباب مشاكل بيئية. flooding الفيضانات وبلوشن التلوث. You are going to write a short paragraph describing the problem and talking about the results. مطلوب من حاجتين، توصف المشكلة وتذكر النتائج المشكلة. Of course here you have to mention the reason first. Flooding caused by rising sea levels. زي نحولها الباسيف نقول flooding is caused by rising sea levels. Pollution resulting from industry traffic. Passive pollution is resulted from industry and traffic. Who can describe the environmental problem flooding? What is flooding? Why does flooding take place? And what are the results of flooding? I'm listening to Karim. Yes.
Flooding is caused by the raising of the sea level, so that
Yes.
So that the water
with the result that, yes, it's better to say with the result that. With the result that
water come above the land and
yes.
destroy
what
houses.
Damage? Yes, it damages houses, bridges,
homes,
destroy cars. People, yes, many people were injured or are injured or killed. They were drowned in flooding or water. Okay, good.
It will stop our life.
Good. How can you solve this problem, Karim? How can we solve the problem of flooding? What do you think? How can the government do, or what can the government do to stop flooding?
They can build.
They can build. Yes. They can build some dams or some walls or on the seashore, yeah. Or they can put some rocks or stones. Yes, they can build some dams on rivers. They can warn people, advise people to keep away from these places.
And make a system in streets.
Good. Yes. To get rid of wastewater. Yes. Using building or using better sanitation, as Mael said before. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm going to give you here an example for about the problem of flooding. As I said, it's an environmental problem. Flooding is a major problem which occurs when it rains heavily and the water level rises. So it takes place when it rains heavily. As a result, roads, bridges, farms, houses, and cars are destroyed. It usually takes years for affected communities or societies to be rebuilt or restore again, and business to come back to normality or to normal life. The environment also suffers when floods happen. Many people and animals have died in flash floods. Many more are injured and others made homeless. Water supply and electricity are disrupted. And people struggle and suffer as a result. Okay, who can talk about pollution? Describe the problem of pollution. What are the reasons? What are the results? And how can we solve the problem of pollution? This is what you are going to collect. Please collect information about this topic because it's very important. I'll give you a day to prepare. I'll ask you tomorrow to present the topic. Okay? Now, let's move to this exercise. You are going to read a paragraph about how is climate different from weather. You are going to read this text and complete it with words from the list. Arid, as you mentioned, too dry or barren. Climate, day to day, droughts, when there is no rain. Equator, it's an imaginary line that separates or divides the earth into two parts. Forecasting, prediction of the weather. frigid, very cold, humid, when water vapor rises in summer, planting, growing, prevailing means common or current. Please read the text and fill in the space with verbs from the list. How is climate different from weather? Here you are going to know the difference between weather and climate. Abdurrahman Azzat?
Weather is what happens to the air and atmosphere outside on a day-to-day
Very good. Basis. Yes.
basis.
Thank you. Karim?
Whilst climate is the
Yes, climate is there. What is climate? Prevailing weather, the common weather, yes, for a period of time, in a particular place over a longer period of time. Thank you. Muhammad Mustafa.
So is the
Yes.
equator weather in a particular place over a longer period of time?
Thank you. What about 4? Michael. Thank you. Michael.
4 countries near the equator.
Countries near the equator. Very good. Complete. Abdurrahman. Yes, Abdurrahman. Abnabi. Yes. Countries near the equator have
أيوة كنت have humid.
humid tropical climates, while lands close to the desert such as Kuwait have hot and dry climates. Good. Number 6. Yes, Rashidi.
tropical.
In countries nearer to the polar. Can you describe the polar regions?
Frigid.
Again, please. Frigid.
Frigid.
Yes, very cold. Thank you, Abdulaziz. Yes, Amir.
This does not mean that country that are normally نعم.
Yes, does not mean that countries go on.
That are normally cold and wet cannot have hot arid weather.
Arid weather. Arid weather. Too dry. Arid means too dry. Thank you. Shabrakhiti.
Some even suffer from droughts, which are
Droughts. Yes, which are periods of very low rainfall. This is the definition, Omar. Okay, this is the definition. Droughts, periods of very low rainfall. Yes, Omar Ibrahim. 9.
أيوة أستاذ دي بس تتحمل. Information about climate is useful for weather forecasting.
Weather forecasting. Very good. Next, let's see. Mahmoud Gohari. Last one. Gohari. Rifat. Weather forecasting, which can help farmers know the best time for crops. Hassan Hussein.
أيوة أستاذ معك.
Planting.
Planting, very good. Yes, growing or planting crops. Okay, now describe Kuwait's climate. What do you think is a perfect climate? Who can describe Kuwait's climate? Give me one sentence about Kuwait's climate. Abdurrahman Azzat. Ismail.
It is very hot in the summer and it's cold.
It's very hot and
very
humid,
cold
yes. Very cold,
in the winter.
cloudy, and windy in spring, yes. So what do you think is the perfect climate? What do you think is the perfect climate?
عموما يعني أستاذ ولا في الكويت؟
Of course, in Kuwait.
In Kuwait, in the winter. It will be in
In
the
winter.
winter, the cold.
It's
and the rain. The rainy weather.
sunny, rainy. Yes, good. What factors affect the world's climate? ايه العوامل اللي بتأثر في مناخ العالم؟ What factors affect the world's climate? What do you think? محمد مصطفى.
global warming.
Global warming, climate change, pollution. محمد مصطفى. Okay. Yes. So in Kuwait, there is a subtropical desert climate with mild winters and very hot summers. The sun usually shines all year round. The perfect climate is in winter, from December to February is mild. Nights are cool, days are mild or pleasantly warm. In winter, the sun often shines, but some cloudy days are also possible, maybe with some rain. The next question. The factors that affect the world's climate: forest fires, winds, human actions, deforestation, ocean currents, solar radiations, الإشعاع الشمسي. We can say pollution, of course. So global warming or forest fires, human actions, these are what? These are the factors that can affect the world's climate. بريفكس، احنا قلنا البريفكس حروف بتيجي قبل الكلمات زي ري. What does it mean ري؟ Does it mean again or not enough, wrongly or badly? ري, what does ري mean? كريم.
It's mean again.
Again, good. Miss, what does miss? I misheard you. I misheard you. None of them misbehaved. What does miss mean? عبد الرحمن أشرف.
Wrongly or badly.
Very good. Under, what does it mean under? Underestimate or underachieve. Parents do everything they can do to help children who underachieve. Underachieve. شبرخيتي.
Not enough.
Not enough. Very good. Okay, we'll until we meet again tomorrow, inshallah. I'm going to study. We are going to study a new lesson. I'm going to stop recording. Thank you so much. Don't forget to do your homework.